Hey everybody, Basket here. Just wanted to give you a rundown of things I've worked on since the last episode. So let's head on out first. Worked on the chicken coop a little bit over here. I ended up having to lure some chickens. So the chicken eggs I have didn't really pan out. Still got F1 on. And so I've been breeding them some. I've set up some hoppers underneath to. The idea was to fill up this chest with stuff, but it actually, I think I positioned this hopper wrong, so it doesn't quite load in. So I got that going, and then the other thing that I have set up is, so I did a bunch of branch mining, and then another thing I wanted to show you before I show you a couple of little clips of things I've done is over there where that dirt pillar is, that goes down to that zombie spawner. So I'll show you a couple. In one of my clips, I dug that down a little bit. So first thing I want to show you is once I got 30 levels, I used some of the diamond and I created a diamond pick, and then I enchanted it, and I got silk touch. So I decided to keep that for getting diamonds and stuff, because right now I still don't have a fortune pick, so I was going to collect all that together. Every time I got 30 levels, so I wouldn't waste any experience, I would come up and enchant some books. So this here is that dirt pillar. So I decided to dig a hole down so that I could get to the zombie spawner a lot easier. At first I figured I'd set up a basic monster grinder so that way I could get some experience before I actually build the full thing. After using up all my original working pick, here's the results. So I got quite a bit of good stuff. So I'll take these diamonds first, because I really want to get a fortune pick. So first I will, I took these guys, and then I needed to get 3 diamonds, so I just used my regular pick. The pick I had on me at the time was silk touch, so that didn't really work. I did some enchanting and got a fortune 2 diamond pickaxe, and so I took all of my diamond door and mined them up. $32, not bad. So the next thing I did is I made some diamond armor. And a few diamond pickaxes. I killed a bunch of zombies in my zombie grinder, and then used it to try and enchant my boots with feather falling. Yay, success! And that catches us up to now. So I have full set of diamond armor with my feather falling fire protection boots, and things are going pretty well. I still have my cow farm down there, and I think what I'll probably do this episode is I'm going to work on clearing out some area around the zombie spawner down here, so that way I can find out if maybe there's a different spawner within the same radius of that spawner, or if it's just the one. If it's just the one, that's fine. That's plenty. So let's go take a look. So this down here is my zombie spawner area. It's just sort of the basics, just so I could get some experience. But they spawn in there, hit the water flow, come in here, and I have them land right here, so that way when I attack them, it doesn't, they don't get knocked back. So this is where I was trying to get the experience to to enchant a couple things. But I'm going to go ahead and clear out some more area around this thing. If you're within a 16 block radius of the spawner, then they'll still spawn. So if I can find something else that's within that range, then I'd be able to use that to have like a double spawner setup. So I'm going to try and dig around to see what I can find. Alright, so I did some digging. Looks like there's no other spawners around this area. So I decided to just focus on this one. So that's over there, that wall there is the radius that will keep this active. So I get an idea of what sort of structure I can build. I won't need to make anything that big, but so that's just the basic. I'm going to put water there and in that corner. It'll wash them down into here. And then here I'll bring them up really high up. So at this point, they'll be out of the range that counts against the spawner. So they'll go up, and then I'll drop them down maybe right here, or I might offset it. I think I'll probably do right here. So they'll fall back down, be down to 1 health, and then I can kill them with a potion or just punching them or whatever, because I don't have potions yet. So I guess just punching them. And then that's the ladder that goes up to the top. So I just wanted to give you a little update. All right. So I've set up the water elevator. So if you're not familiar with this design, there'll be water in these corners. It'll push the zombies under here, and then they'll hit some water here, and then swim up all the way up to the top. And then imagine that all this water is in here. I put this here just so I didn't die. But and then they will fall all the way down, lay down here, and then I'll have a toggle for either having them have 1 health, or it'll drop down so that they'll have no health and they'll just die right away, and I can collect, in this case, zombie flesh. So I guess that's not really useful. But so here's the water elevator. So what I'll do is I'll jump down here real quick, and I'll show you what it's like if I were a zombie. So imagine you're a zombie. You're being washed down the water here. You hit here, and they naturally swim up. So they keep on swimming, and they go up, 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 all the way up to the top. And this actually almost goes all the way up to the surface. So they get up here, they get pushed forward, and then this cobblestone won't be here. So then they'll just fall straight down. Alright, so I made a couple tweaks. I realized that I could actually place signs on glass, so I changed this middle part to be all glass, so that way, in theory, I could show the whole thing, and it would look a lot cooler, I think. So this is where they'll fall and land, in theory. I would still have it open here, but I'll probably close it up some, but for now we can do a test. Everything should be all closed up, so then they go through, they'll pop under there. And then in theory, yep, and they start swimming up here. And meanwhile, more of them are still spawning over there. Probably. So he should go up. And hopefully land and only require about 1 hit. So it's a couple more hits. So I may have to adjust the height of... I'll probably adjust how high this goes if I find that just punching them once it doesn't typically kill them. Waiting for a couple more to swim up top and then fall back down. Yeah, so it looks like I'll need to make this a little higher. I'll make it 1 more higher and then see how that does. So, see you in a bit. So, a quick update. I ended up not actually raising this up. I did a test down here by dropping it down a little bit lower, and they seem to actually die right away on impact. So I think this is about the best height we can get. I think this is a 22 block fall. So my plan is I'm going to keep this sort of style, and I'll probably put a hopper eventually in there to automatically collect all the drops. I mean, there's a lot of zombie flesh, but there's going to be some shovels and maybe swords and ingots and a couple of things they drop. So that's the basic setup. I'll just sort of clean this up a little bit I might finish off the walls there, and then maybe put a little window here with glass. Alright, so it appears that it mostly works. I mean, I'm still getting zombies over there, but there's a little bit of a it must be somehow swimming a little bit on the water. So I think what I need to do is get in here and disable this for a second. Make sure nothing's coming out. And I might have to take out make a little more headroom. So not bright enough over there yet. And he's trying to swim to me, so it's not a perfect test of how well it's working. So if I'm standing kind of here, that guy actually went in, but sometimes they kind of run into each other. Just let me try and get into here safely. Get some light over there. That should disable it. Yeah, I think so. Okay. So I think that'll be enough to get me up and down. Put one over here too, just in case. So I think if I just take that out, that might be enough for them to be able to get in there, and they won't be jumping as high. So let's see how that works. Close this up. I guess I made it a little darker than I wanted to while I'm still in here. That's right, it worked out. So I'll take that out. Break these. And I'll lose a lot of stuff, but that's okay. So let's see what that does. A little better view. So it seems, at least those couple, it seemed like it worked out pretty well. I think it's when there's more than one that spawns at a time. Let's see if these guys are kind of noisy. Oh, that's nice. They're bringing my torches and stuff that I lost down there. That's nice. So once there's once more than one spawn, then I'll get an idea if they're running into each other. There's not necessarily a lot I can do about it. Besides making multiple, or a bigger way for them to get through and then kind of consolidate them over here. I guess I could do that. Let's see. Because I mean, right now it's just one single path, but I could just make it 3 wide, and then when they get to here is where I actually put them together. So that was 2, but they weren't really, yeah, what's this guy doing? Huh. That's odd. He's trying to swim up there. Oh, I guess that one bumped him, so he went back down. So I think this seems efficient enough. They're not really... What I worry is that there might be a congestion here, and then there'd be enough of them that would spawn in there that that this guy wouldn't create more. Okay, this is a good test. 3 of them all clumped together. So those 2 went in pretty well. Or I guess the first one. So we're still swimming a little bit. But it's not too bad. Not too bad. I may make it 3 wide eventually, but I think for now this will work. Okay, so let's take a look over here. When I bring this up, this number here is the entities. So it looks like right in front of me there's about 28. So eventually what I might do is, once I actually have potions going, I can throw a splash potion of healing on them to kill them all at one time. So I'll figure out how many I need per level, or per 30 levels, that is. And so I will kind of get an idea. I think it might be like 200 zombies to get from 0 all the way up to 30, but I'll have to test. I haven't played a lot on this difficulty with spawners like this, so I'll have to see. And the other thing that I might do that I was considering is actually up top right now it's just the one branch that comes down, but I might have some sort of thing that would actually split them up in between 3 different fall traps like this. And that way I could AFK and then potentially, you know, have 3 things set up so that I would be able to just throw a splash potion, enchant, throw a splash potion, enchant, so on. But for now, this is plenty. I mean, this will work out pretty well. So I'll kill these guys. They get up to 30, so I can enchant some more stuff. All right, here we are up top, and I'll make a or take one of my diamond picks here, enchant it up. See what we get. Efficiency. So it's nice, but it won't last very long. But I guess I'll use that instead of my fortune pick for now. And then silk touch. I really want to get unbreaking on that, so I think I'll actually just put that in here for now. And then pull it out later for if I'm actually doing mining and I need it for to get you know, I guess if I have my fortune pick I don't really need the silk touch pick. So I don't know what I'm saving it for. But let me collect some of these different things here. What do we have over here? Wow, it's a lot of eggs. So this is doing pretty well, this egg farm. This is my main source right now for trying to get arrows. So where'd that one? Oh, they're glitching in the... Oh, looks like some of them are... I wonder how they're getting out. Maybe, I think when I'm throwing these, sometimes they end up getting bumped out. So that's not good. But we're doing... And it looks like actually I think this might be more than I had before, so there's still some that are dying in there. But it's alright, because we have quite a few. More than we probably need in here, but it's a nice source for getting all the eggs. So we'll plop these all down. And then I'll head back down there, and I noticed that they were kind of catching on there, so I might rearrange the bottom area so that they get out of range of the radius of the spawner before they try and work their way up the single path going up. Let's see, almost done. Oops. Okay, any more? Nope. Okay, so I'll put these reeds over here. And I think I'll actually sleep real quick and then head down there. Okay, so let's head down there. I look forward to when I actually have a path going over there. I have a couple ideas for doing kind of an underground path. I think I might look at the coordinates for here, and then have a path that goes either through here, depending on where everything lines up, and then underneath, and then meeting up into that area down there where I have the zombie grinder. But the other thing I wanted to show you over here, when I was digging the water elevator going up for the zombies, I ended up hitting sand, which is actually right at the cobble. Where'd it go? There, probably over here. Yeah. So this is actually below this a little ways, maybe like 4 blocks, is the top of that zombie elevator. So it's actually quite a tall elevator, because they have to drop them down 22 blocks for them to actually take enough damage. So I think what I'll do is I'll disable this again, and then I'll come back with you guys, and we'll rearrange this area down here a little bit. Alright, so the first thing I'll do, just to make it easier to work in here, we'll get rid of this water. I have a bunch of water buckets on me, so I don't really have to worry about wasting it. So this is what it looks like under here. I think I already showed you this. But what I'm going to do is take this out just for testing purposes. But I'm going to basically just flush them all the way down. There's not even really a reason just to make it 3 wide, I don't think. So I think I will clear this whole line out. Drop this down already. just to get them out of range of that initial, out of range of the count against when this guy spawns. So let me make sure it's torched up so that I don't end up. Alright, let's see. And that water is in the way. Get rid of that. So I'll have to figure out how I want to handle keeping water here if this is all open. I guess that's something I didn't really... I think I can put a sign in the air. I think. So that might be what I'll do. I have a shovel, yeah. And then even though nobody's really going to see this down here in production, in the actual usage of it, I still will make it nice looking. There we go. Okay, so if we can put signs on signs, and then is that okay? So that's the, and then we want sign here, because there's going to be water here, and so the idea is that we can flush them this way and flush them this way. So we'll just put water there right now. Let me see. I think I'll actually drop this down a little more. Which means that these, I think, no. Shoot. Let's see. I guess we can put these back in, and then we'll see what how the water reacts. If I doesn't work. So if I put water here and here, oh, they're gonna, yeah, that's not gonna work out. Okay, so let me grab that back, and then if I maybe I'll just drop them down lower. There's no reason to keep them up this high. The reason why I'm doing all this is because I want the water for this thing to be at their head so that they'll swim up. So I think what I need to do is I'm going to drop this down a little lower, and then drop it down again. And then I guess maybe I won't worry about changing this all to be pretty just yet in case I redo it all. So let me just light up down here, and then we can get rid of, these guys need to be moved to be so we want one here. And then we're actually going to lower, these are going to be lower so that it's just too high here, so that they swim up. Okay, so then we'll do one sign here, and then we'll do like this. This might be overly complicated, but that's okay. So, water's going to come in. So if we put water here and here, then that's going to funnel them all. Oh, let's turn into, what is this? It doesn't move them. Interesting. Well, that's weird. I'm not sure what to do about that. I'll have to think about that. But okay, so then, yeah, so this block will be fine. So they'll be funneled in, they'll get here, and they'll want to swim up. So we'll put Solid blocks there and there. Put this back to, there's water there, yeah. So put this back to water, and then close it up. Oh, I don't have any more pretty blocks. I'll go grab some smooth stone blocks. All right, smooth stone blocks. So I want to this will need to be closed up, which means that I'll actually need to move this back a little bit more. It's turning into a bigger adjustment than I thought it was. So I feel like I'm probably going to keep these spots. So I'll change these over. Alright. And then we'll move this back a little bit more. And then if we break, for these signs, if you break the first one, because these signs are actually on the other signs. So if we get this water. So we're able to just break the first sign and it'll break all of them. Okay, so we need it so that they will move this guy. I'd like to avoid, okay, cool. So doing this avoided that weird spot here. Good. So this will be water that will make them swim up. Will they swim up if this is water here? Or will they get stuck here? Something I hadn't considered. Shoot. Because with the single path, they don't really have anywhere to go. So maybe I want to try to make it not open in here. Let me think about this a little more, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I think that they might swim up. And the other thing I realize is that because the water's going to come down, I don't actually need these ones in the corner. So I'll need to see if it'll behave in the same way once we start the water from the top. So let me change these to smooth stone real quick. And then I guess that sign's in the way. Let me grab that water. So we'll change these to smooth stone. Put the sign back and the water. And then swap that out. Okay. So hopefully, if this all goes according to plan, then I can put water here, and let's see the flow of everything. So these won't be here. So the zombies will get washed all the way down, and then they'll, start swimming, and they'll swim up. Okay. So I'll just have to find out if they kind of move this way, and then if they start swimming here, and they block each other, that would be a problem. So maybe if I put water in these corners, that will help move this way. Although it looks like that might be still water there. So let's see what happens. Yeah, so this is another dead spot. Shoot. All right. Well, let's do. If I put it in this corner instead, doesn't really solve that problem. I really made this complicated. All right. Let's see. So I still have it over here, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so they just get kind of pushed up against here, so we need to move them this way. which we could do actually by putting water here. Interesting. Alright, so what do we have? Although that's still now. Ah, shoot. Okay. So maybe I'll need to put signs there. I guess not here. Nope, it's not gonna work. Yeah, and I guess here they're gonna swim up. So I have all kinds of problems going on. Let's break this. And this. Grab this water. I think I have an idea. And then one more. Which these signs I can put on the wall, but oh well. And then we'll get rid of this. Okay, so what does this do over here? I can make it. Okay, so it looks like all that water is flowing into the thing. So that pushes them over here. They'll probably try and swim. They'll get hit by this. So we'll remove that. They'll swim here. And then in theory, they'll swim all the way up. So we don't need... Do we need that? We don't need that. So that will take this out. And then, at the very least, if they bunch up, they'll bunch up in here, which if I calculate it properly, that's out of range of... Why aren't I drowning here? That might be a problem. Anyway, that's out of range of the spawner, so at least I'll be creating more guys. Why is that? Is that too low? Weird. Huh. I don't have air bubbles here. Well, I guess let's give it a try. So I'll knock out these torches, and then and see if it works. Alright, so here's our first zombie that just spawned. I didn't really disable the whole thing, so there might be more that spawn on top of me, but let's see what that guy does. Right now it's trying to get to me, so he's not quite participating in the exact same way he might otherwise. But let's see. Get over there. Yeah, it's hard to tell because they're trying to get to me. So what I think I'll keep some of these up. I'll break this for now, and then just to be on the safe side, close this up. Let's see if they actually go up. Okay, so they are. At least that guy is. Okay, so I guess that worked. Good. So I'll get rid of these torches and let them bring the torches back to me. And then we'll close this up, and then hopefully that'll resolve that problem that we were seeing where they were getting congested. So I think I'll kill some more. We'll let them build up, kill some more zombies, and then I'll enchant those other two picks that I had, and then maybe some of this armor. Thanks for watching.